Remember, time is the measurement of the moment that you are in. Remember that. This matrix moments is in days, weeks, hours, months. Time is the measurement of the moment that you are within. That moment. That moment. Because we live for moments, right? We make moments, right? We live to create moments, right? Okay, so I was trying to get back to the time, right? And the time spell, right? And the illusion of time. So what happens is the reason I actually chose to speak about this, right, is because of my JLK members, bruh. That's it. I had a collect few JLK members. JLK, for those who do not know of JLK, all day. JLK stands for Jerusalem League Kembadal. Right there is what JLK stands for. When you hear Jerusalem League Kembadal, that is JLK. JLK, Jerusalem League Kembadal. Badal. So, I saw a few of these members of JLK who were deceived to go outside of themselves and hold on to what they were referring to as time. And that is where that's what led to me starting to speak out about the download I received when it deals with time. So firstly, since we are on the topic of time, woo! You know, like, niggas don't want me to speak this information, bruh. Hey, but I don't give a fuck, nigga. Hey, I still don't give a fuck. I'm still gonna keep it real, nigga. Now I'm saying, shout out to the UCI, shout out to the University of Cosmic Intelligence, firstly, now I'm saying, and I would like to give shout out to those in camp where I am from, what they call Africa. Now I said, shout out to Dr. Mumbi, shout out to Foster eBay. Now I said, shout out to those that have been watching that deal of the spiritual content. Okay, so we get back to it, right? Time, we get back to time, bro. It's like, when they deceive these beings, right? Okay, before I tell you of that, how about I add to it? Matter of fact, let me add, I'm gonna give you a bonus. Let me give you a bonus. I'm feeling, my Christians are saying, should I give them a bonus? Man, y'all homies are so fortunate, man. That's it. I'm gonna give you a bonus. The bonus is, we are currently in the 39th century, about to enter the 40th century. You will not hear it anywhere else. Hey. I gotta do what I gotta do. We are currently in the 39th century, entering the 40th century. Is that enough? Once more for the power of the 3, the 6, and the 9. We are currently in the 39th century, entering the 40th century. Alright, Vessel of 116 I am, Semi, the Anunnaki God, Levi Communic, the Rap God. And I said, I've been here before. It's not my first life here in this same land. I've been in this very same land before. Source knows who I am. Source knows who I am. For Source created I originally when I was in this land. In this land originally I was created by Source. And currently I stand as a creation of Yahuwah, the true creator. Hold on. Now let's get back to this time, right? So I saw this. And yeah, please do not be there trying to try me about Yahuwah and being away. I know the vessel of my Yahuwah. I'm not a being to be trying, man. I'm not a being to be I know the vessel of my Yahuwah. I have pictures on my mobile device that I'm recording myself on right now. Small AI. I have pictures on my mobile device of the vessel of my Yahuwah. Alright? I say that because I'm not interested in no provoking, you know. When beings speak of Yahuwah, certain beings be sitting there back like, he better know he's Yahuwah. That's the only reason I say that. I said, so we get back to this time, right? For like I said, I saw these JLK members. Man, like certain beings I could see, because I can see clearly, right? Certain beings like deceive them to go outside of themselves and stuff. Yeah, certain beings deceive them to go outside of themselves, bro. and hold on to what they were calling now time, right? So I brought me my little 2 notes. I brought me a few little papers right here. Now I said this is from what I used to refer to as what you know, but you don't need to know about it though. You don't need to know about it. Okay. Okay. So before I go deep into it, now saying the time and all of that. Be careful of the tree of knowledge. You don't want that. Stick to the tree of life. Be careful of the tree of knowledge. You don't want that. Stick to the tree of life. To whoever it might matter, man. For the power of the 3, the 6, and the 9. I must say it once and once only. Be careful of the tree of knowledge. You don't want that. Stick to the tree of life. Okay? Cool. So now we get back to the time. So I saw this like members of JLK, right, that dealt with Blue Crystal Baby, star seeds and stuff, like certain beings around me in my community where I'm staying right now, in the land that you all refer to as Namibia. I'm staying in Windhoek City. Now I said, I'm in that Windhoek City now I said. I'm out here, as you can clearly see, if you were on my Instagram page, if you're on my Facebook, you can clearly see that I am in a community with houses with zinc containers. You know, they try us a lot as we stay in zinc, man. You do not want to know to be staying in zinc. You know, it was like when I used to pull up here before I moved here, when I used to pull up here to come get lit here, right? Because some homies, when I pulled up here, you know, this is a little quick story before I go deep. Before I pulled up here, right, to move in here, right, I used to like normally pull up here to come drink, you know, get lit, you know, be in the vibe and shit, right? And I said, I really used to see this part of the spiritual world that takes part in certain communities, such as this community, with housing, with zinc. For back then, before I moved here, I was not always spiritual, man. I said, I became spiritual just right about before I moved into this location. That's it. However, at the moment that I moved here, the day that I moved here, I was already like, I was already in my spirituality. And I said, I might have still been doing a few bad habits, but I was locked in here. That's it. I was putting in that meditation almost every day, every second day I was meditating. So when I pulled up here, for me it was like, yo, am I the only one seeing what's going on here? That's how I pulled up here. Like, yo, like, is this shit normal to you? It's not normal. Now I said. So, like I was saying, staying in this zinc sort of housing, bro, it's a motherfucking war, man. It's a motherfucking war. Matter of fact, they still, you know, that video, the video ain't running for that long. The video ain't running for that long, so I can still give you a little tip. Here's a little tip for my boy staying in the housings with zinc. Now I said, I'm gonna give you a little hint, man. I gotta put you niggas on. I gotta put some of you on, man. Okay, first things first. Now I said, first things first. We all know the housings that deal with zinc, right? These houses made of zinc, like the housings in Asteland, Svendeland, now I'm saying, Gorehabdam, you know, the hood, right? The trenches. You see when you enter, right? This, you know, at the entrance of the house, right? At the door itself, there's always a little like a piece of the zinc at the top, right? The zinc. Or they call it zinc, right? Like the items that this is made of, the container or whatever. So at the top of the zinc, right? At the door, because the door is made of wood, right? So when the door is open, right? At the top, you know, when it's closed, you know where the wooden part goes into.